decisions. Decisions. what better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to get this one going. And off we go from OKC. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air is Richardson. He's on the move. Now here he goes. Tries a hurdle. He's made up high. The ball's out. Oh, the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner.
Yeah. Run it up, Blondo. Run it up, Blondo.
Is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches Kate love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On the ground.
But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. That's complete to Coleman out left. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Go right side, hauled in by Collins. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Nico Collins with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Oh, is an interception! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans get it back on his 6th interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but Just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
First down, Stroud. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They get 22 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Completed to Collins. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun now for Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Run it up, Blondo.
Mixon. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Again, they give to Mixon. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Keep 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
It's a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it can go harmlessly out of bounds.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now it's the first carry. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
And it doesn't fall into the bread bin long. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Complete to Coleman. And in for the Houston touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans push their lead to 21-zip already. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Rolling left, buying some time. Now he fires it deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1 quarter down. Texans in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd down, Mixon gets it. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Stroud gonna go on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
He's got it near the 8. And he drives this forward to the 6. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He runs out of bounds a yard or 2 behind the line. Couldn't get all the way back. That's going to count as a sack. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Richardson back to throw. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Colts fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Stroud throwing here on first. Fits it through the middle. Hits the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he's looking to throw. And touchdown! So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Run it up, Rondo. Run it up, Rondo.
On play action, here's Stroud. Connects on the crosser. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact.
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And he'll get in. The two-point try successful. Now they trail by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he tried to finesse that. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Connection made to Coleman. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Richardson. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr. And the Texans have it as he reports his 7th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Working inside the red zone. Collins there to grab it. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans get more points to end a lopsided first half. Nico Collins with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Bearbear has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Launches one deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40.
Quick, right?
First down, Stroud. Lays out left side and gets it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. Has room down the left sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. So here's the Colts offense as they line up for another 2-point try. He's throwing for it. Buying some time right. And he will get into the end zone. That's going to cut 2 more off that lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Stroud off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball throw.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun now for Stroud. isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They send the tight end in motion. Trying again, following the set. Caught on the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Texans gonna kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And this somehow is only gonna be our first punt of the game. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's gonna keep it this time. And he's gonna bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
It's Pacheco on third. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Colts shrinking the lead some in the third. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Once again, Colts lining up and attempting to. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Flush down now to his left. And they pick him off again. Henry comes up with it. And the Texans take over as he records his 10th career INT. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Dameon Pierce now to return it. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Reward that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take a 13-point lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans double their lead to 14. kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's gonna bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Timeout coming from the Texans, that's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Richardson back to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they pick him off again! And the Texans have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4? He probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Caught, nice gain left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 22. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw right. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Connects with Mechie. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're gonna run here, it's Mixon. And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not gonna stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's loaded another one up. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Thrown on the run, deep down that left. That's grabbed inside. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Back to throw, here's Richardson. He's on the move. It's his running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Desperation time here on fourth. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for Oklahoma City. First down.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Headed out right. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the Texans get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and it happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Colts will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He's looking deep once again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Richardson buying some time left. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw, Richardson escapes the pocket. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. From the red zone now. Getting out to his... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. A 2nd down run by Pacheco. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Offense in the hurry-up here. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing from the gun. Pacheco hauls it in. He has the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit. This one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here.
Run it up, Rondo. Run it up, Rondo.
And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
You know, what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him out.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Connection made to Coleman. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking, they're going for 2. And he's got a man, complete.
Kindly Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Flush down out to his left. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. On the move, headed right. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a roll the dudes, a touchdown. So here's the Colts offense as they line up for another 2-point try. Flushed out of the pocket. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're gonna pass it here. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, Stroud. That's caught for the first. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans grow the lead now to 22 points. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 move. Trying to push it deep down. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Texans take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
First down, Stroud. Pass complete to Mechie. Running down the left side. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans put up even more points in a win. So the Texans gonna run it back, try for another two-point conversion. He has it, and that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on two more to their lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they get to it way behind the line on this one and take him down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Trying again following the sack. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. Trying to push it deep downfield. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Texans make the interception on what is the final play of this game. So the Texans come away with their own win. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Brock, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Texans as we bid you farewell from Oklahoma City.
My friends call me Chucky.
Hi, I'm Chucky. I'm your friend to the end. Hey, wanna play? I like to talk.
What's your name, buddy? Chucky.
That's incredible. Louis.beats.
It
Kid baby on the beat. Kid baby on the beat. Kid baby on the beat.